A.B. Banjo-Patterson, from Clancy of the Overflow. And the bush has friends to meet him, and their kindly voices greet him, in the murmur of the breezes and the river on its bars. And he sees the vision splendid of the sunlit plains extended, and at night the wondrous glory of the everlasting stars. Sydney Cup Day, Anonymous. It was on a Sydney Cup Day, while strolling round the course, Joe Thompson, he comes up to me and says, "Do you want to back me horse? Now, if you want to back it, the odds are 3 to 1. Just give me 30 smackers and I'll give you back a ton." Oh, he may be very tricky, and he may be very sly. He can always find his match, he only has to try. And what he does is clever, on that we all agree. He may have got at 1 or 2, but he won't get at me. Now Joe acts the injured party, and bitterly complains. Says he's offering me a certainty, if I only had the brains. But if I didn't want it, well, he'd find some other bloke. But in the meantime, while I'm thinking, could I spare a chap a smoke? Absolutely, by Roy Bridges. "What nationality are you?" asked a smiling nurse as she stood by his bedside in Alexandria. His hand went up stiffly in salute. "Australian, miss," he answered proudly. "That name'll carry you through anywhere," he adds today, chatting to me about his experiences in the last few months of 1915. I ask him why he enlisted and how he came to get through, for his grizzled hair and burnt, weather-beaten face suggest that he is well past the prescribed age of 45 years. "It was this way," he says. "I was walking down the street one morning, it was 21st of January, when a little boy came running up to me, and he says, 'Wouldn't you like to be 30 years younger, Bill?' he says. 'Says you could go to the war?' I says to him, 'Sonny,' I says, 'a year or 2 won't make a bit of difference to me. I'm going.' And I made up my mind on the spot to go." This is called The Lost World of Possum Creek. 6 friends from Possum Creek had been camping for a week in a mountain range some distance to the west. It was Ed Gallar's idea, and he'd planned it for a year as a sort of back-to-nature fitness test. Ding ding, turn the page. What do you do with them on Sundays? Working the Untamed Country of the 1950s by H.S. Kent. Read by Hugh Wade. Foreword. For the drover's life has pleasures that the townsfolk never know. A.B. Banjo-Patterson. When we were trying to get 1,250 head of reluctant cattle to move along through drenching rain or a raging dust storm, more than likely some smart aleck amongst us would quote those famous words. Back then they made us laugh. Droving was one of the most demanding jobs you could get, and comparing the wages to hours worked, it was one of the lowest paid.